Well, g'day everybody. So here we go again, and we've already got a couple of boats in, and Biggest Monkey is right on the line, closing in fast. So we'll go to the tracker and then come back to him, and we'll wait for Ayrton and the team to decide what they're doing and so on. And we'll have 3 boats in, and we're still in Les Sables d'Olonne, which is really disappointing. I've said that a lot, but there you go. We can only do what we can only do. So let's go and have a look at the tracker and see what happens here. Nope, that's not working. So why is that not working? There it is. Okay. Okay, so yeah, there's Biggest Monkey heading towards the finish line. In fact, he's really close. Only, where are we? An hour, 45 minutes ago. In fact, I'm just going to reboot that because... here we go. I'm going to reboot because it should be running on 15-minute tracking updates now. Let's have a look here. I'm not sure why it didn't roll over. Yes, he's getting pretty close to the line right now as we speak, and there's still only 12 o'clock position. That's interesting. So that's supposed to be tracking down at 15-minute intervals there and rolling in. So something's not quite right there. Anyway, not a problem. We know he's really close. And in fact, if we just have a look here, I know there's not many people there yet, but at 12 o'clock, he was 6 miles to go and doing just under 6 knots. So he's probably only 15 minutes away from the line. So there'll be a live popping up in a minute, I hope, and they may get there. So we'll push through this pretty quickly. You can see what's happening. It's pretty much a drag race right now. We're getting a few little reports on what's going on, and we certainly know the weather is going to hold. That's been quite substantially good. So Jasmine back here on number 2, 12 o'clock position, doing 4.3 knots. Conditions are moderating a little bit, but that's not bad. 101 mile day and 624 miles to go. Then Popeye's at 4.2 knots, 104 miles to go. Pretty much on a par, so they're both sailing at the same rate, not being able to get away from each other, which is fine. They're quite comfortable back there. Jacob BB 5.3 knots, 119 nautical miles to go. So 119 mile day, which is pretty cool. That's what it should be. And 300 miles to go, 310 miles, so 2.5 days, and we should see him in. It's going to happen very quick. Little Wren, 5.1 knots and 125 mile day. He's moving quite well, 247 miles to go. Nothing extraordinary to report. And Argo, 5.7 knots, 141 mile day. These guys are going to get right on top of each other. So 192 to go. And Dan the Holiday Man, 192 miles to go. They're neck and neck. So there's a little last minute spurt going on there. That will be interesting to see, and they're all trying to catch John. But John's cleared out, 134 mile day. So the others are doing 141. That's pretty cool. 141 for Argo, and 134 for Immortal Gain. That means Argo's closing in closely, but he's closed up a bit. Can he catch John? I'm not sure. 174 miles to go. And he's 174, 92, 18 miles in front. A bit tough, but they're going for it just to try, and they would obviously all know where they are, and that's part of the driving force. Peter Punk, 5 knots rather, to 160. Oh, jeepers, back to front, 126 mile day. Yes, it's hectic here. We're trying to get out of here, head to the airport, and still a lot going on. Little B, 5.6, 128 mile day. That's the same as Peeler. 2 miles longer, so Peeler's not quite able to catch Dan. So there you go. Anyway, they're all moving extremely well. I'll just push this up a bit so we can see what's going on. They just moved a little bit. Why did it just move? I got a feeling that it's just not updating on here, because I just saw that. Well, let's measure off the position. No, it's still 12 o'clock, but I just saw it just move a little bit, but that's not good. That's going to be 6 miles or something. 5.4, yeah, it didn't roll over, and I'm not sure why. That should be rolling through. Anyway, we'll take his own position when it goes through. Let's see what the leaderboard is saying for positions. Renaud got in just before or late afternoon, very late afternoon. So total corrected time, 22 days, 5 hours, 26 minutes and 24 seconds. And Origami, 22 days, 9 hours, 55 minutes. So about 4 and a bit hours behind. So very close after 3,000 miles, that's for sure. Average speeds are quite substantial. It's interesting, this distance travelled here, 2,876 miles, 2,892 miles. And then we go to Biggest Monkey, and he's been all over the place. So it is measuring a little bit of his on-water distance, and even though it still also refers a bit to the run line. So he's travelled a little bit further than the others. Looking at a timeline of 22:23. Sorry, not estimated time to finish 13:10. So that's putting it out at in about 20 minutes thereabouts. Yeah, in about 20 minutes he should cross the line. So that's cool. And then all these other ones, I'll just go recent. We'll just see how that's looking. Doesn't change much at all. So here we go for Biggest Monkey. Yeah, 13:04, a little bit closer. So very soon, 10 to 14 minutes, you cross the line. So I'll get off here in a minute, so you can watch that. If there's a live coming up, I hope they are. We've got a Jane. Jane, you ready to share the live for Ayrton? Just to see, yeah, just checking to see if there's one. If there is one pops up, then we'll put it there. Yep. So anyway, that's cool. They're doing a great job. I wish we were there, but we're not. They got out there to see Renaud come in, and then when Kerry turned up, I'm not sure what happened there yet because we haven't spoken to them. I've got to drive all night tonight, so we won't get down at all. But we were asleep at 4 o'clock in the morning or something, 3 o'clock in the morning when they arrived. So, or whenever it was, but. We saw they put one picture up, and we're happy to see Kerry there looking quite happy. So Little B, 4th of February at 6 o'clock in the morning. So that's a worry because we'll miss him as well. And Peter Punk also at about 9 in the morning on the 4th. We'll miss them as well. Jeepers. Anyway, let's not go there. We'll get there as quick as we can and see how we go. So John is... suggesting 1700 hours UTC, so that will be interesting. Then Argo, 4th February 2200, and so it goes. The 5th, incredible times. Few people talking about it already. 22 days across the paddock for a 19-foot, 5.8 meter plywood boat is very impressive. Okay, I'll come back here and say g'day, and then we'll see what's happening. Boom, boom. So yeah, it's all happening and we're here. Okay, great adventure, but is everyone in full-on racing mode? They sort of are, but that's an interesting definition. Racing mode can be like racing mode around the boys. If you're doing a club race that's going to take about an hour and a half or 2 hours, and then you go back, that's very intense. But if you are racing 3,000 miles across the Atlantic, you tend to have to balance your own energy, your own sleep patterns, the ability to steer the boat, things like that. So you do pace yourself. It's like a marathon running rather than just a sprint. So I think the majority of them, of the fleet, if I had to say, I would say probably close to 2/3 are actually racing, but they're racing to their own definition of racing. So it's a bit like when I went across, the same thing, only hard, intense racing, only a few days if you put it all together, head to tail. When you really thought, I'm going to go for it now because I think Pete was asleep or doing something else. I said, he won't get this one. And it's like a peloton, bike riding, in Tour de France. The peloton just rolls along to get the distance going, and they're always watching for someone to make a break and go. But you can't sprint all the way in the Tour de France. You've got to pace yourself and then go. So, g'day, John. Don, safe travel wishes you and Jane coming up. Thanks a lot. Are you missing your new sailboat home yet? Yes and no. I'm missing not being in Antigua right now, but there's a fair bit of fate involved with that one. It's the first time ever in all our events that we actually haven't nailed it. But anyway, happily, and Ayrton and Christine are there, and they're doing the best they can. Okay, g'day, John, Fabian, Transat, if you can make it. Yeah, that'd be good, Fabian. G'day, Today, Rathlin, same question to you, Sir John Barry. Is your boat complete? Talking some conversation. Oh, no, it's not built yet. Collecting all the materials at the moment. Hopefully we'll start soon. Good on you, John. Hope to see you in the Transat. It's not far away. Good luck with, 26 is really close. So a single-handed and two-handed, so that's good. The slogan is right on the mark. Small boat, great adventure. Sure it is. Anyway, looks like the distance sailed almost made the difference to the line on us. Yeah, you're probably right. It's always good to sail straight lines if you can. Anyway, that's about it. I'm going to get off because there could be a live popping up pretty quickly, and that's probably more fun to watch than me. And we probably won't get a tracker update tomorrow, but Rob is transferring all the bits and pieces. Let's wait and see what happens. We may be able to do something from the phone or something. I'm not sure, but we're in the air a fair bit. We've got to do one hop and then there. Okay. So stay good, everybody, and we'll follow the action. There will be little things happening online while we are travelling, and then we'll see you when we get there. Thanks for following it all, and don't forget to like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff, share it around, whatever. So we appreciate everyone's comments and involvement. So all's good. I'll see if I can press the right buttons, and we'll get out of here. See you later.
Witness history in the making. The McIntyre Mini Globe Race 2025. Small boat, huge adventure.